Hello there, it's Daria with Double Sports News, and it is a special edition right for you today. Have you ever wondered what happens when professional athletes and artistic swimmers who just stop their sports career? Some of them, they become coaches or launch sports academies, training next wave talents. How about just flipping the script? Maybe become a blogger and then tie up with Burberry, Nike, Canon, H&M, and they will just ask you to swim under the water. And then maybe you get to know famous singers and Hollywood stars. Lemme spotlight world champion, whose fame actually skyrocketed years after her first title. But before doing so, please press the like on this video and maybe even subscribe the channel, because I'm sure you will like that a lot. Let's dive in. Hi Kristina, my name is Daria and I'm very glad to meet you here in Dubai, and we just found your personality incredible and really want to know more about your life, your videos and everything going on with you.
Well, I feel like it's pretty interesting that some people around the world would like to know more about me, because some people know me as an athlete, some people think all I do is just dancing underwater, which I think definitely I should have some background. But I think most popular questions people ask, have you ever had any swimming classes or something? How do you got into it? Which definitely says I'm like a champion in synchronized swimming, but not a lot of people know my background, I think.
Well, I think today you have a great opportunity to tell us more about that. And I really wonder, when I saw it first time, I couldn't believe my eyes, because usually people who quit their sports career, like professional top-level athletes, they go to teach kids, maybe open their own club, academy, and proceed with sharing experience of what they do to the next generations. But when I saw you, I was like, wow, so you can do a way more out of your sports career, really. And watching all of these videos, they look really insane, they're incredible. So I wonder, since you've been still professional athlete, I guess nothing is really difficult for you after this long path, but maybe there's some kind of struggles in doing these videos. What was the hardest thing which we don't really see, but you struggle every time when you do that?
Well, I think based on my past life, being professional athlete, I'm really perfectionist. I think that's my issue and not issue. So for me, the biggest trouble, I would say to say stop. You already got the shot and you should move on. Because all of my videos I record on my own. I basically just go to the public pool where I actually coach artistic swimming till these days. I still coach kids. Yeah, so I just simply put tripod at the bottom of the pool. I already know how far away I need to go, press start, and do a lot of retakes until I'm satisfied with my shot, which usually I never satisfied it. But I would say the hardest video I've ever done was Michael Jackson Thriller. I hated it doing that video. And Wednesday Addams Dance. Yeah, I cruise through the city and I roam the streets. Which those two videos are completely different. I think Wednesday Addams, it was the dress that I chose. Because I also would like to clarify that all my videos I do without weights.
Okay,
so
this is another thing.
Stay at the bottom. That was another thing it took me time to work on. I exhale air, which first, I would say first half year I've been doing. I was getting really lightheaded, dizzy, tingling. I've never got blacked out, never. So within artistic swimming, I know, well, sometimes we can control, but I know how to control it. So the biggest thing was how much to exhale air and how long I can last at the bottom of the pool without weights. So going back to which video, it was Wednesday Addams. It was a really long choreography. I had to do in a couple parts. Because usually, how do I do my videos? I do speed them up. I've never had a professional dance class, but I can tell which right move, which not, as a real professional dancer. I have that eye. I don't know where I have it from, maybe from the sport. So for me, to hit exactly each move, I did really in slow motion. And then I speed up.
So you were kind of cutting videos in parts sometimes when they're too long, because I see no, like, separate, like a separation between different clips. And like, they look kind of like AI. I read even a comment over there saying, is it real or is it AI? And I was like, probably she's doing it so good.
I make it look until it's perfect. Like, I see what I'm looking for, so I do it again and again and again, because honestly, I have really bad retakes. Sometimes I swim out of frame. Sometimes I just look bad. Sometimes I just look bad. It does not look nothing what I'm trying to do. Sometimes I put together. Most of my videos is one shot, like I do from the beginning to end without a cuts. And now I also try to put some artistic sides. I also try to copy the face mimic. Like if you look the Thriller, like when he opens his mouth and when he does the shots. And sometimes since people say it's AI, I on purpose blow bubbles out of my mouth. Because before I had a thing I should not do.
Maybe it's just like happening like that because
I do on purpose, and I do at the beginning so people can't tell I'm underwater. Like Thriller, when he starts to do that, I do on purpose and I blow bubbles out of my mouth. So people are like, oh, she's underwater. And
so you're just giving them some hints, that you're real and not generated by AI.
Every time I change something, because I think either people get used to it or something, to make sure I'm on track, I add some things usually, yeah.
I think people who watch it, they just see the perfect picture when you're kind of in the close and you're just filming that and that's it. And they don't really realize that you need to exhale all the air. This is the bottom of the pool. You need to hold your breath. All this close, sometimes it's like coming up. I really sometimes don't understand how does it stay so perfectly. My favorite one is actually the video Gangnam Style. I don't know. I just
that one.
Open Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
How high are the heels and how good is this face expression?
Actually, that's one of the ones I actually enjoy. Some of them you see a smile, but honestly, there's no smile behind it. Because I think my struggle is that I have to shoot videos before public people come. Mm-hmm. So I have this commitment. Oh man, I wish I would have that as an athlete back then. I wake up, like I would say 3 times a week at 5 a.m.
Oh my God.
And then I get to the... Yes, I wish I had that commitment. I wish I had when I was an athlete. On my own, I set the alarm. I wake up at 5 a.m. At 6, I'm already at the pool. 6:15, I already jump in. And I live in South Florida, so all our pools are outdoors. I mean, I'm going to say they're not warm. Like, they're cold. I don't know why, maybe because of the temperature outside. They keep pool really cold temperature.
Sounds like a lot of determination,
I can do the same video up to 3 hours. I've done it. Like Wednesday Addams was almost 4 hours. I could not get it right. Things were not coming together. The dress kept floating up, or I got the whole thing. In the end, come on, like the dress floats up. I cannot do it. So I had to redo it. And I had to push the dress down because the bubble's coming out of the dress. And
Not even from you. This is actually what is coming from your sports background. And I know that you've been living in Moscow and training there with very tough coaches and being a national team player. And, I feel since it was the best team back at the times, all of these abilities of keeping the breath for a long time and being so perfectionist coming back from there. But recently you are getting these titles of being Queen of Water. And in fact, sometimes people kind of, saying that artistic swimming is just a dance in the water and it's nothing, it's not like a sport. They're saying it's ballet. Do you feel that you don't like to hear that you are queen on heels or whatever, having this sports background, or you're all right with that and you like it?
I'll be honest, I think I like it.
Okay.
Right? So I'll be honest about that, because when we are athletes, we are competitors, right? No matter what, we want to be the best. Mm-hmm. So when I started doing my underwater dance, it's actually happened when COVID came. I used to so it started like 4 years ago when I started doing these underwater videos. I moved from my hometown back to United States, and I was just simple coaching kids artistic swimming. And when COVID started, it was actually my mom's idea. I think a video underwater of a swimmer came up on her feed, and she's like, and I always had a GoPro. That's what I shoot my videos on the iPhone or GoPro. She's like, well, you should try to just play around. Look it was a swimmer doing something. You should try to do that also in our community pool. Yeah, so I did a couple of videos. One of them was a 360 walk, which actually happened by accident. Which one is it? I stay at the bottom and I walked like a clock around myself. But we're not gonna go into details. I was wearing heels. I always wanted to do something. It was something else, another trick I wanted to do, but I tried to do with the heels that 360 walk. And that never happened again. When I posted on TikTok, that was the only video ever through my underwater dance career. It's got 1 million views within 30 minutes when I posted.
I saw this
And when I
video was
posted-
even on the news. CNN or something, they've posted you a lot of reposts, morning news, exactly with this clock videos when you're kind of like rotating around.
Yeah. I think like Olympics account a few weeks ago posted it.
Crazy.
Yeah, so it's actually a very simple trick for us for artistic swimmers, but I actually did a lot of times to make sure my legs are completely straight and just to make sure when I walk, my other leg doesn't go down. So yes, easy, but you need to make it perfect so you don't see like fake, like I'm keep walking,
Okay.
walking. So yeah, that video got crazy. Even I remember Alicia Keys, she reposted that video on her page.
Wow.
And that's, I think, and she tagged me, and that's when I've gained a lot of, I think from her, I've gained so many followers. When Alicia Keys reposted it, I gained, I think, like 200,000 followers from her video.
I
which
feel like
she
you're
actually
just too
used to do
good.
artistic swimming too. She did artistic swimming for like 6 years, she told me, back when she was a girl.
Well,
no one doesn't know.
that's the reason I think and probably she understands how difficult is it, and it's kind of like showing appreciation to your videos, and I guess it's also kind of spreading the knowledge about the sports, not directly, but through knowing your story that you've been 3 times world champion. They kind of start to understand who you are for real, and that it's not just like a random people from the streets can come and do this video so easily. Right now you are very viral and you're famous on the social media. You have so many views, like 51 millions of views on the Thriller video with Michael Jackson and many more. Do you feel like you're sharing something private, or you're kind of sharing more of your life? Or maybe you started to get recognized outdoors on the streets and somebody is like kind of like asking you, or can we take a picture with you? Hi, Kristina.
I think now my underwater videos, it's like addiction to me. So it depends which ones I do. If I just try to recreate where I'm doing something and I put a clip on top, I do that if it's a viral trend to make it perfect to post for people. But there's also another type of dances I do where I don't duplicate anyone. I just simple flow in gravity. So I push off, or I do like a split on top. I spin down, and then I start to do some dancing without touching the bottom. So during those moments, and it's when I don't feel, I would say like, I don't feel satisfied with myself. It's either something happened in life or I'm just upset about something. So during those moments, it's like underwater, let's make my stage that I'm used to have as an artistic swimmer. So I go underwater. I want to get a final product, perfect video. But when I do those videos, I don't think anything about nothing else besides doing it. And every time after those sessions, I feel like reset and life seems better. And then I go home, I edit the video, I post it, I'm happy again. Or I just simply go and try to do any viral, like it depends on how I feel. But underwater, definitely, it's like my stage. And it's, I think, something from my past life as an artistic swimmer. I put it like a stage, but now they are real people. I perform also at the shows. But all those like around the world, viral, like internet people watching me. It's a little bit similar to the sport that I used to have. So I'm really glad for social media, because before I used to not do it. And I don't know how, because I do look differently compared to underwater. My hair is short, so I do clip longer hair when I do my videos just for visual effects. It's weirdly, I've had a lot of people recognize me. And well, usually I would post if I would, like recently I traveled to Switzerland and I just posted I was there. And I've got some comments. Oh, were you today here and here? I think I saw you.
Wow. So somebody's just stalking you.
I don't look the same. I don't have goggles and all that, but I've had recognition from people. Because I know my community is around the world. Like, it's not just where I live or where I'm from. I know I have a lot of people from around the whole globe. So I've had that.
Well, I believe that people who are kind of wishing to be famous and popular, they don't see another part of this recognition outdoors. And again, sometimes you can be just stalked. But it's good when you have some positive expressions out there and your videos, they kind of spreading the message and that this is kind of sports and what you did, and you're kind of sharing your art with other people in a very different way, which nobody did previously. I never saw anybody doing that. I see a lot of content with artistic swimmers just doing the, rehearsals or posting the videos of the legs or hands, but it doesn't really look that much themed when you have like a specific topic, clip, or somebody who you're kind of transferring from the surface to under the water, like to your world, and it really feels like it's your stage. You kind of like own everything what is under the water, even the oceans and everything else.
I made it in my mind, in my imaginary world, that it's my stage.
You don't need any kind of psychologist, as I understand. You have this world over there.
I'm a very emotional person. So when I'm really getting like this throughout the things in life, when I go underwater, I do reset. I can't explain it. I guess I love the final video when I edit it, the way it looks. I feel like, okay, I know it's good. Even if it's not viral, I know it's good, right? But still, when I dance, I love water, obviously. I've did artistic swimmer professionally for like 23 years now in total. So it's something where I put my soul, and I always loved to dance as a child. That's how I actually got into artistic swimming too, like the dancing, but I've never had a professional dance classes. And now, since social media, I have all those dance moves, I'm like, yeah, no one is not judging me if I'm looking bad or wrong. Like, I'm doing it, and I know I look like literally I'm dancing on land, but I transform it into underwater. Like, I know it looks literally I'm on land because of the so many retakes I do.
Well, that's definitely your sports background and everything. I know that you've been transitioning from US to Moscow and then back, and I believe like this takes a lot to get acquainted like with the new place where you live and everything, and especially when you're not transiting yourself from professional sports into professional sports in another country, but you're kind of withdrawing yourself into a new environment. And I know a lot of examples, even some of my friends who are like professional level athletes, artistic swimmers, after they quit from very like top high level, they don't know what to do with themselves. They kind of lost whether they become a coach or they're not really like into it and they do it as the job and they need to do so. And it's not like their passion really, but what you do is really incredible, and it brings like a new sparkle of what actually people can do and collaborate with brands. Even when I saw you're working with Burberry, Canon, Crocs, H&M, and all of these like big names, I was like, wow, this lady does like incredible job, and it's recognized and it's loved. I didn't see any bad comments or something like that.
I don't get negative comments. I'm gonna say I'm not sure why. Maybe sometimes just some weird, like just saying weird people, weird comments, but not comments, DMs. But I don't get negativity on my videos. I think I don't do anything to them to be negative. It's sport, it's still, I mean, because I am always in it, keeps me in shape, because all of us sometimes get out of the shape. Yeah, I don't get any negative comments.
I wonder what was the craziest reaction from your fan out of the street, or maybe like on the social media, which you've heard that you remember right now maybe? Was it a comment or maybe some message or expression?
I will be honest, probably not. Nothing like crazy. I've had a very long DMs and I couldn't believe, I'm like, what I do for me, it looks great, but it's not that deep, I would think. Like some people will text me how like when my videos show up on their feed and they're going through some bad struggles mentally or in life, that my videos really brighten their day, reset their positivity, or even I had their positivity in them and their soul. Like I've had some comments that people had if it's relating to the swimming, they had like a fear mentally, or maybe they drowned a little bit when they were kids to swim. And a lot of people said that I kind of made this imaginary thing in their mind and they also can't swim. And because of me, they sign up for swimming classes and now they start swimming because of my videos.
You inspire people.
Yeah, like those things that I'm bringing people some light and change in their own selves, which I couldn't believe, honestly. At first, I'm like, well, it's just a video. But I was getting more and more and more of those comments. And I'm always making sure I respond to people. Because how I build this community, if they spend time to send that long message, first of all, yes, I'm grateful they spend time to text me. I'm like no one, they spend their time for that. But I always respond back. And I think that's how I also get that communication with the people that text me, send me DMs and comment and just follow me.
Sounds like you have a lot of responsibility on what you're posting.
I can't just post things. I used to post my personal life too or something, but now I wanted to keep it just as of art. I love art. I love artistic swimming. I've been in it my whole life. And yeah, and actually going back to the question that you said about athletes, I've been there myself. As a child, I used to live in the United States as well. Then I moved to Moscow. Then I moved back to Miami. And for the first 5 years, I actually was coaching local team, artistic swimming.
Wow.
Then COVID started. And after COVID, if I make a long story short, I still continue daily till now. I teach artistic swimming, personal classes. I don't like to do team. I like one-on-one because I love to do figures. I like it more than routine. I like to polish. Since I'm polishing my routines, I love to polish figures. Like I have an addiction about it. So that's what I do daily. I just do my videos. I also perform in synchronized swimming shows and I coach kids. Yeah.
That is really cool that you could kind of combine all of your passion in one, a little bit of coaching and something for your soul, and you're performing kind of on your stage under the water. When you started, did you feel you go viral at some point, or maybe you kept this idea that, I want a lot of views on my videos or something like that?
When I just started, and again, I always say this, my mom pushed me into that. I was not into social media, like all those dancing trends, that was not my thing. I had some followers, they were all artistic swimmers, all the athletes. I think when I start posting a couple videos within the first month, I've got some approaches through emails if I can do interviews. And I remember one of them was really big from Australia. I think one of them also was Good Morning America, which is very popular TV show in America. So when I start giving interviews and famous people asking me questions about me, and I'm like, who am I? Why are you asking me that? I think that's when I got a little bit of fame that I used to have as a synchronized swimmer, right? So for something that I do, people wow about it. So I think by interviews and then brands approaching me, and I realized brands is also a financial part. I never even thought about anything. And I remember when a shoe company asked me how much I charge for a video, and I was like, what would you like me to do? Oh, well, send you, and can you please do this dance? I was like, okay. So that's when all those pieces got together. I'm like, well, it's a financial part and I actually love it. Because still doing for me, same job becomes boring and I'm not happy with my life. I've been there as an athlete when I didn't know what I want to do. And of course, besides coaching, I didn't know what else I can do. But I always perform. That's also made me entertaining. So I think when I realized it can be your business, that's when even if I didn't want to do videos, I still push myself every week to record videos, every week to post. And I also made it clear after communicating with my friends that I should try to do on all platforms. Because I do post on all platforms that there can be.
Your YouTube, TikTok, they are just million views everywhere, subscribers. I'm like, wow, this is like a real blogger.
And honestly, audience are different. Everyone are different. I can tell who's following.
Of course, we watch you all across the world, definitely. I think when all the fans of, let's say, Michael Jackson see you performing the moonwalk or Thriller, of course, they kind of comment. I saw even the comment which grabbed attention and got 10,000 likes over there, and people start to comment on that. You're gathering different fans from across the globe. In one, in one thing. For sure. And if we talk about the brands, I feel it is kind of a fresh glance when they send you some items and you actually swim in these items under the water. My favorite one with a brand or item is the video when you swim with the bag and it's on the bottom on the floor. And you know, when I first saw it, I was like zooming in to understand what kind of brand is it, like what bag is it?
You point out the bag, so that's actually my attention. Because sometimes I flip over my videos, so sometimes seems like the purse is on the ceiling. So I do those things because if I would do same thing, obviously at some point I would have been not interested. So I always have to add something. My biggest, I think, video was when the purse stayed at the bottom of the pool. I walked on a surface, flipped over, put it on my shoulder, continue walk. That was the biggest thing.
That's the one I was zooming in there. It was.
And actually, I think I was wearing bathing suit over there, just the heels and a purse.
Sounds easy,
but I got
not
so
that
many
easy.
questions, like what's fake? I'm fake, or the purse fake, or why I'm wearing heels while I'm walking in the water? No, it's not fake. She did touch the bottom, but how she walked on surface, that's another thing actually I have to do a lot. And my feet are not sticking out. So I have to exhale. And also people make fun when I do the sculling. A lot of things going on.
When you kind of like, making it a little bit faster or like speeding it up.
Yeah, it looks
people
funny.
still
Like
questioning, is it like an eye? Because it's not realistic. But have you ever thought when you're making the video how the sport and art unites, or maybe you're spreading some kind of message through your videos to the audience, or you just kind of want to show how artistic swimming can be, or maybe you're not just associating it with artistic swimming at all?
So it depends. I would say, I don't know why, like 70% of people don't think I'm even an athlete. They just think I'm randomly a little bit weird or crazy or just artistic person who start putting clothes under water and dance. And they ask, have you ever had a swimming classes? Oh, you swim so well. Have you done anything? This is something we started today. Not a lot of people know I'm an athlete. Now, a lot of people realize I'm an artistic swimmer, and they would say, like, artistic swimming is my past life, I always say it. But they're like, if you really think out of the box, you can think more than it is. Like, instead of just simply quitting the sport and put it on a side, I always loved my sport. Literally, that's everything I've done my whole life. How still something you've done your whole life in a different way, if you really think about it, you can blend them back with you and continue doing it in your life. Because still, a lot of us had different faces. We had to put it on the side, which I was able to twist it completely. Come on, artistic swimming, the higher you are, the better, right? And I actually do everything underwater, which is, we all know it's much easier, right? So there's no message. It's just like you should think always out of the box. I would put it this way. Not only one way, all the ways. You should always think. And if sometimes, because I've always wanted to dance, but I've never dared to try to do dance and post on social media. But like this love for dancing, I was able to blend in with my sport. So I think just my message, you should think out of the box. And if you ever have any thoughts in your mind, I believe it's for a reason. I've had some thoughts about dancing, but I've never did anything with it. And now I do my favorite thing, dancing, completely underwater. So I still do what I always loved.
Have you ever received any weird comments of people who are like coming to the pool and swimming? Because I saw a couple of videos of yours when on the background they're like swimmers. And I believe that you're coming with like equipment, you have this clothes on.
So usually by now, because I've been associated with this pool for 10 years, ever since I moved to Florida. So most of the people know me. When the new people come, and I understand it's weird, what I do is strange. If they ask me, and they always ask me, I say I'm artistic swimmer. I'm practicing a show.
Okay.
And usually after that, I don't have any questions. I say I'm artistic swimmer, and I'm practicing.
You have this answer.
What I'm practicing, it doesn't matter. But I've never had one negative saying, oh, why you're here? Why are you with the shoes? Because I actually find it strange. No people think why there's the shoes because they're dirty or something. My clothes I buy specifically for underwater, but I've never had those type of questions. And if people ask, I say I'm an artistic swimmer, and the people that know me now genuinely ask, Kristina, do you need a space? Do you want me to move a few lane lines to the side? Like everyone are
That's
actually
so
very
great.
friendly and accommodating me. So no, I don't have any negative online and I have no negativity in person. I'm not sure how, but that's the fact.
Well, that's incredible to know that all of this audience is kind of like very positive and nice to you, and especially when you are getting noticed and recognized by like brands or people, and I guess they give you some additional positive influence to have more videos, to post more, and everything.
Sometimes I don't want to continue. I have those faces.
Okay.
But when I see some light, like either celebrity follows me and I'm like, oh wow, I'm still interested, or some brand approaching to me, those things push me.
It's like
Because
you're
I
coming
also
back.
yeah, I also try to do right now more things in the ocean. And my main goal, try to do same dancing, but with the marine life. I've done with sharks, I've done with alligators, I've done with manta rays, but I want to try to do with the whales, with dolphins, and all other creatures. That's my main goal, to switch from the pool to the ocean, I would say.
And I saw the video when the shark just touched you. Have you had any kind of fear?
That was a kiss.
Oh, that was a kiss. This is how you interpret it. So you have no fear, no for crocodiles, no for any kind of other creatures in the sea or ocean?
I think the first 10 seconds when I meet the creature, that's when I'm freaking out and I don't know what to do. I just need my 10 seconds. Then I calm down, and that's when my addiction comes. I want to get the video. I want to have this experience that no one never done. I like to do things, I guess, that people never done. I also have that. So I'm like, I'll be the first person to do dancing with the alligator. No one ever done it. So I'm just having this thought and I want to do it, and nothing cannot stop me. Really, nothing cannot stop me.
I can imagine how many views it will get.
I didn't post it yet. I only posted photos, but I actually did it. It was in Mexico, and it was like almost a month ago.
We're excited to see it very soon. I wonder if you have any kind of like chance to talk to yourself back at times when you only started artistic swimming. What would you say to your own self when you are younger?
I guess there will be just one word: patience. So I think that was my personal struggle as an athlete. Like if I would do couple of things, it took me, I think I've had a couple phases as an athlete. So when I was little, from like 6 to 10, that age gap, I couldn't redo more than once or twice of the same thing in our sport. To make it polished, we have to do so many retakes. So I think if I would have had more patience naturally in me, I could have achieved more things in sport. So for me, that would be the biggest thing I would have changed as of athlete, because I've had, I think, everything. I was naturally buoyant, I was flexible, I was very artistic, but sometimes things I couldn't do a lot of retakes, and I couldn't understand why do I need to do that. I just been told by coach. So that would be my biggest thing.
So 3 times world champion is just not enough for you, as I hear right now.
I was supposed to try out for national team, but when I was a teenager,
So it's like, which is going to Olympics.
Yes.
Okay.
My patience did not work well with my coach. And I guess the reason why I even quit it was I had an argument with my coach. And that's probably comes to the patience from the childhood. I had some situations that probably mentally a little bit drained me, and I always carry till this day. Yeah, but if I would work on that, now I have perfect patience, because I'm realizing, but I've never regret sport, never regret what I went through. I went through a lot. We used to have 10 hours a day practices, but that part, actually, I think that was normal. That's how people should do. So I've never was like, why am I training so many hours? But just to get to the highest peak, it was my patience, I think.
I believe that in life, whether you choose one path or another, and you have all the determination to do good for your own life, both of these ways are good, you know? So you finished up with the sports, but you got another passion under the water and not above.
Really, it was not a plan, but it's a couple of things always been in my mind, but I didn't get a push. So when the COVID started, That's from my mom. And the viral situation pushed me to continue sport. It is sport, yes. Sometimes I can look funny or whatever, right? But I still continue the path I used to have. But I'm in control. No one is not pushing me. No one is not telling me what to do. But the sport built that person I am now. I have 100% patience now. I can do 50 times same thing, 4 hours, same dance on my own, not coach telling me.
So still you reached what you needed to reach maybe earlier or you wanted to, but I believe everything comes in the correct moment in life.
Yes.
And
if I would have made a national team, I would have still stayed in Russia. So I think the time I moved, I took my time, I coached here, then the COVID started, everything went the way it should be, I think. I still reached pretty high level in sport. Things I do now, I get way more recognition than an athlete. Like, really, people around the world. Sometimes I like, where are you from? I would make a comment in my videos, and I see such a different countries. I'm like, whoa, I've never, like, how you discovered me.
Yeah, and they all watch you. Well, it was incredible to have a talk with you. Thank you very much for sharing it with us.
Oh, so thank you so much for having me.